Promise not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist. You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The ethics and the BBOs, the Inson, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isobo. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets and telling you, by the time that we are born, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all these we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. I had a socine big. He said,
Welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on this very program. I welcome every one of you that has been able to connect to this program. I know it's not easy this time to be able to reach out to audience. It is not easy for most of us to get connected. We are facing numerous challenges from all angles and from all corners. But that will not make us to stop doing what we are supposed to do. In the midst of all the challenges, we have to continue to do what we are supposed to do. That which we have signed up for, we will continue to do and make sure that our voice is being heard across the world. Wherever you are connecting to this program, I welcome you. If you are joining from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. You are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand. Whichever part of the world you are connecting to this program, I appreciate you and I welcome you to this program. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect you, secure you, give you that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to make difference wherever you are. I appreciate everyone that have joined in this program. For those who have already connected, I appreciate every one of you. I can see people there who are there on the comment section, whether you are commenting or not. Ibanda 3030, thank you so much for joining. Ibanda 30, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Emenike Chibo, thank you so much. Emenike Chibo, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. My beloved sister, Linda TV Show, thank you so much. My beloved sister, you are always there. My pillar and my strength all the time. I appreciate you so much, my sister. Helen Peters, thank you so much, Helen Peters. You're always there. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Iwu Biafra, thank you so much for joining. Iwu Biafra, I appreciate you and I thank you for your support. You are highly welcome. Afobene Adidi, thank you so much. Afobene Adidi, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you for your support. I appreciate you. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. Mayor African, thank you so much for joining. Mayor, thank you, Mayor, for joining. Sonny, I appreciate you for joining. Sonny, thank you so much for your support. And every other person that is out there, whether you are commenting or you're not commenting, whether you are writing or you're not writing, whichever role you are playing on this platform today, I appreciate you. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama guide and protect every one of us. Before we proceed, I have to remind you that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the Biafra Republic government in exile. This platform you are watching is under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Dragon. This platform is under the supreme command of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want you to know that in this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to cause trouble. We don't come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack individuals. We do not come here to speak lies. We don't come here to engage in any sort of saga. No. What we do in this platform is to encourage Biafrans far and wide. It is a platform where we encourage every Biafran to stand firm and stand strong on what they believe. Yiri Onye Yiri, thank you so much for joining. So in this platform, what we do here is to encourage Biafrans far and wide, to bring information to your doorstep, to let you know how far we have gone, what we are doing, and the states in which we are now. We are here to remind you of your legitimate rights and to make sure that you hold on to those rights and you never give it up for any reason whatsoever. Our purpose on this very platform is to propagate Biafra to the whole world and let the world know the true face of Biafra. To expose the zoological republic called Nigeria in all their lies. to bring to the world the true situation of the indigenous people in that contraption called Nigeria. That is what we do on this platform. In this platform, we don't try to be politically correct. No. We say things the way they are. Without minding how you feel, we don't care. We are concentrating on the real situation. We say it exactly the way it is. Please, as you are joining this program, I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike, like this program. Click like. Click like. It is very, very important. Our platforms are under heavy attack. The social media network are not promoting our platform. It is you that is going to help to promote it. So I can see we have almost 30 people watching, but only 9 people were able to like. That is not encouraging. It is not encouraging. In this era of radical evangelism, a time that make sure that information gets across to everyone, you have to you have to help us. You have a role to play. You that is in the comment section watching, you have a role to play. That role you will play is to share this video and to click like. Clicking like is not a super chat. We are not asking for super chat. Clicking like will not take any money away from you. It is to support the program and to make sure that the information you are getting is reaching out to other people as well. That is why we are begging for the like and sharing. Because it is one of the responsibilities that our Supreme Leader Mazin Nandekan has given us. He said that we must carry everybody along. How are you going to carry people along when they don't have the information? Making sure that information gets across to everyone is one of the ways you can make sure that everybody is carried along. That is why I beg you in the name of Chukwu Okike to please kindly click like and share as you join us. It is very important to us. It is very important to us for everyone to get involved in this discussion. As you all know, our morning section in this platform is always an interactive section. That is why each time I come in, I pin a link there. When I pin that link, it is for you to use that link and come up. You come up one after the other. Once you come up, you can make your arguments. You can say your prayer. You can give your word of encouragement. You can ask your question. You can make your contributions. We'll give you the time to do that. The only thing we can beg is that whenever you are on the platform to speak to Biafran people and to the world, try as much as possible to be civil. Try as much as possible to be very civil in your discussion. You cannot achieve anything by cursing out people. You cannot achieve anything by insulting people. Be civil. We are representing a government. So when you are joining us on this program, we are going to entertain you. We are going to accept you. We are going to receive whatever you want to tell us, as long as you are civil in your discussion. We will not allow you to go out of line or using vulgar words. You can't use vulgar words in this very platform. And you must appear the way you're supposed to appear as human. Put on your clothes. You don't have to appear here without clothes. Or you appear here smoking. It's not permitted in this platform. Because we represent the Biafran people. We don't want to be like the zoo. We want to be different. We want our message to be sinking because we are in a stage now where a government is speaking on our behalf. When we sit on our various platforms as Biafra, Republic Government in Exile, media, we represent the Biafran people, you and I. As I'm representing you, I am representing myself. The whole world is watching, and it is on them to give judgment on what we are saying. That is why we have to make use of this opportunity to say our mind. This is a platform for you, the Biafran people, to speak to the whole world. Speak to the Biafra Republic of Exile. Speak to our Prime Minister. Speak to the Biafran people. Say your word. People that matters are listening. They are going to hear you, and your message will be carried to an extent that you won't even imagine. Whatever contribution you make in this platform will be utilized when the time comes. Whatever information you pass to this platform through this platform is going to get to the authorities, and they will hear it. Let us use this opportunity to express ourselves in a civil manner. I thank everyone that has connected and those that are about to connect, both those who are commenting and those who are not commenting. George Okafor, I welcome you. I appreciate everyone that have joined us on this very platform, and I say, may Chukwu continue to guide you, protect you. Today, you know, it is the third day of the total lockdown in Anambra State. Today is the third day. The third day of the agreement that we have reached as Biafran people through the Biafra Republic Government in Exile. The government of Biafra made that declaration and said that we are going to observe 3 days lockdown in Anambra State to show our grievances and to take vengeance on the loss of life of our brothers and sisters in Anambra State. More especially the loss of our child, a child of 4 years, whose intestine was pulled out of her and she bled to death. So many of us saw the video. That was why the Prime Minister, on behalf of the government, made that declaration and ordered for that sit at home, for us to show our grievances, because when this incident happened, the so-called governor of Anambra State, former Anambra State, never uttered a word. He felt less concerned. No politician spoke about it. They felt less concerned because it is the child of nobody. No member of Ohaneze Nibo spoke about it because it is the child of nobody. An innocent child life was snatched away from an innocent child, and nobody cares. As if that is not enough, even as we are saying, why we have gone ahead to make sure that those people who were involved in this crime were apprehended. And I can bet you most of them have paid the ultimate price, those who were involved in the loss of the life of that child. As at yesterday, there was another incident, which investigation is still going on. And so many other things that happened in Biafra. There was one that I saw a video where somebody was also shot by this terrorist government military uniform in a checkpoint. An innocent man was shot in a checkpoint, maybe because they were asking for money from him and he refused to give the tip. You see, this is one of the reasons why we are delegitimizing every man in uniform in Biafran territory. This is why we are evicting them. Because when you see them mounting all these roadblocks and checkpoints, they are not doing it to protect the Biafran people. It is not for the protection of the Biafran people. This is one of the major reasons why they must be evicted by all these people. And Chukwu will be glad that they are being sent to heaven. Because what they are doing to the life of the people in Biafra land is unimaginable. They are making life unbearable for people. Thousands and thousands of people have lost their life for no just cause, simply because they have refused to give bribe. They have refused to give tips to the police and they open fire on them. There was one I saw in video long ago, on video, where a custom officer opened fire on a person. And the worst is that he told the guy that I'm going to shoot you. And he went ahead and shot the guy. And the guy died. A boy that came back from abroad. Someone that came back from abroad. They were trying to extort him and he knew his right. He said, no, I'm not going to give anything to you. The man got angry when he saw the kind of handset he was using. He said, why would he be using such kind of an expensive handset? He doesn't know how many rivers that guy has swum before he went to abroad. He doesn't know how many deserts that guy has crossed before he went abroad. He doesn't know how many years that guy has suffered abroad for him to be able to afford that phone. He doesn't know how many insults, how many shame, how many degrading job he has to do for him to be able to afford that very phone. But we saw it. Before everybody, we saw it. An innocent man was shot dead by a custom officer. And the custom officer told him to his face that I'm going to shoot you. And he went ahead to shoot the guy. This is the situation in the zoo that we cannot continue to permit to happen in Biafra land. In a situation where a terrorist will stand before you face to face in Nigerian uniform and tell you that I will kill you and nothing will happen. And they don't just say it, they will go ahead and do it. And of course, nothing happens. Nothing happens. The boy that we saw the video yesterday or 3 days ago that was shot in the checkpoint, the only statement we had that was the man was derobed. The man has been disarmed and put in their cell. And the next minute, what they're going to do is they're going to transfer him from the southeast to the southwest or to the north. And he continues his service. And that ends it. That is why the police will continue to take your life without mind. They don't care. They know that all it's going to take is a transfer. It won't even reduce their rank. Instead, they will be promoted. Instead of reducing their rank, they will be sent to a different location and they will be promoted. We have seen on different occasions. The only time you begin to see them holding the police accountable is when a popular person is involved. When the friend or the child of a politician or somebody who is connected is involved, that is when they begin to hold him accountable to an extent. Apart from that, I said we have seen. If you have not seen, it means you are not in the social media. You know, there are so many things that are happening. Thank God for social media today. The social media we have today is a great revelation, a very wonderful revelation. It has a very great advantage. Forget about the disadvantage. We know everything on earth has the advantage and disadvantage. But I will tell you that the advantage of social media today is greater than the disadvantage. It can only be a disadvantage for you when you try to make it a disadvantage. It becomes a disadvantage for you. But if you want to use it advantageous, it's going to be very, very advantageous to you. I thank God for social media. So many evidence where a policeman will threaten somebody, I am going to take your life and nothing will happen. And we go ahead and do that. We have seen them on video and none of them is being held responsible. None of them is being punished. The next day you see them flying a higher rank. And are you surprised? You saw your EFCC chairman, Magu, with all the crime that is surrounding him, with all the criminality surrounding him, with all the evil investigations surrounding him, with every heavy evidence around him. Where is he today? He is still serving in the police, receiving salaries. The last man that was taken away, the same thing, he is still on salary and he's enjoying himself. And what about their super cop, Abakiare? What about Abakiare, the super cop, who they have been exalting and praising, not knowing that this man is the person they have been using to destroy innocent? Do you know how many innocent lives Abakiare have taken? Do you know how many innocent lives Abakiare have wasted in the name of a super cop? A super cop who is sponsoring fraud on international level. A super cop who is involved in money laundering on international level. A super cop who is involved in drug business on international level. If Abakiare were to be a Chinese, his body would have been used to train some crops. The crop that they put his flesh in must have now grown. If Abakiare was to be a Chinese, by now they would have his body would have been used as a good fertilizer to enrich some other crops that will give responsible people life. But what did happen? After they succeeded in putting a drug barrel as their president, the very first thing he did was to set free his colleague, his partner in crime. He set him free. That was the very first thing that your drug baron president did. He was very quick to set him free. Nobody stood against it. Nobody talked about it. Today, Abba Kyari is walking free. A man who committed a grievous crime, even the United States indicted him and told him to extradite him to the US. They protected him and defended him. This is a man they have used. Confession have come, how they have used. Even the fraudsters use him against each other. He was working for the fraudsters. They were using it even to intimidate their clients. He was fully involved in fraudulent activities. He helped them to transfer their money, helped them to intimidate their clients, helped them to do so many things. As if that wasn't enough, he got involved in drugs. He was transporting, handing over by himself. But today, where is he? Super Cop, I can bet you he's still on salary. Still serving. He's still on salary. Still serving in the Zoological Republic government. And these are the kind of people you want us to allow in Biafra land. All in the name of police, army, or whatever you call them. They will be evicted from Biafra land. And the eviction has started 2 days ago. From the 4th, as the Prime Minister announced, they are getting it hot in Anambra State. And it's not going to end there. After today, it will be intensified. After today, it will be taken to a different level. And if you think we are stopping anytime soon, sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. You don't know what is coming. If you think we are stopping anytime soon, you don't know what is coming. You are joking. It does not matter what you think, how you feel, or what you say. Have it at the back of your mind that Biafra land is going to be free. We are going to free, not with your permission. We are not taking any permission for anybody to be free. We are going to free ourselves from this captivity. The journey has started. And I thank Chukwu Okekabiam for whom he has given us as a leader today. The person we have today who is piloting the affair of the Biafran people, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Nigeria, is equal to the task. He's equal to the task. He's a no-nonsense man. It doesn't matter what you think, what you feel, or how you say it. He knows what he wants. Very, very consistent. Very, very consistent. That is why these days I've been revising most of the exposition he made. As we are in the end of the year, I am in revision, revising most of the exposition that our prime minister have made in the past. Some of us have forgotten. That is why I'm revising them. After this program, I will do a live stream, which I'm going to share. I do it every day. I've started this since Monday, since I think it's almost a week now. Replaying previous broadcasts of our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekwe, where he was doing exposition and things aside. I have started the revision in this end of the year so that when you revisit those and you now begin to compare to where we are today and what he's saying today, if he has changed. That's the reason why I'm playing those videos. So that you can take your mind back and try to compare the message he has been preaching and what he's preaching today. Has anything changed? Chukwu Okekabiama gave us a leader in Master Simon Ekwe. Only that some of us Biafrans don't know his word. Some of us don't know his word. The supreme leader of IPOB, the very moment he set his eye on Master Simon Ekwe, knew who he was. He recognized him. He didn't want to let him go. Mazi Simon Ekpa appeared at a critical time, even when the lions, the jackals, were watching. All of them eyes were on him. The Prime Minister of Biafra Republic of Isaiah appeared when the whole jackals, the whole tigers, all of them were ready to devour. That was when he appeared. And they roared and roared and roared. But the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekano, who is not just a spiritual, but a spiritual leader, he saw him and he recognized him. He didn't take him for a joke. He didn't want to let him go. He announced him to us and told us, listen to this man. Follow him. Share his videos. He's bringing a new dimension. And today, what are you seeing? Today, what you are seeing, does it confirm the prophecy of Mazen Nandekano or not? I want you to just think within yourself. Forget about your envy, jealousy, hatred. Answer it sincerely. What you see in the life of Mazen Simon, what he's doing, is it confirming the prophecy of Mazen Nandekano or not? When Mazen Nandekano said that this man you are seeing is bringing a new dimension into this very struggle that we are in. Listen to him. Share his videos. What Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing today before you and I, if you can be truthful to yourself, is it confirming this prophecy of Mazen Nandekano or not? That is why when I see people who are saying, oh, Mazen Nandekano is an angel. Oh, Mazen Nandekano is a man. Mazen Nandekano is a nice guy. Mazen Nandekano is this. Mazen Nandekano is this. But Mazen Simon Ekpa is a troublemaker. Mazen Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Mazen Simon Ekpa is a killer. Mazen Simon Ekpa is a destroyer. Mazen Simon Ekpa doesn't want the peace of the Biafra. When you hear such, you already know where they are coming from. You already know that these are people who are occupied with envy, jealousy, greed, wickedness. These are the people who are trying as much as they can to protect their own personal and evil agenda. And that is why they will never see anything good in Master Simon Ekpa. They will never see anything good in him. Even when they claim to respect and support who he is representing. They claim they love and respect the very person whom Master Simon Ekpa is keeping his legacy. You love him so much. You appreciate him. You talk about him. But his legacy is something you don't want to stand. You can't stand it. You can't stand his legacy. You can't even welcome it. You don't even want to hear it anywhere around you. And yet, you confess him. Oh, he is the man. A very nice guy. Oh, Mazen Nandekano, he's the leader of the Igbo people. He's the leader of the Biafran people. He loves his own people. He cares about his own people. Everything he's saying is accurate. Whatever he has said, his demands are legitimate demands, even in their conventional media. You see people come there to make a case for Mazen Nandekano. You see people come to praise Mazen Nandekano. After praising Mazen Nandekano, they will come down and now insult his legacy. What a double standard. And some of you will be listening. You think you are listening to responsible people. It only takes common sense for you to know where some people belong. It only takes common sense for you to know whom to listen to and whom not to listen to. It doesn't take force. It doesn't take attack or insult. It takes common sense. If you can tell yourself the truth, every single instruction that Mazen Simon Ekpa is given today, these are what Mazen Nandekano would have done if he's here, even more. Every single time Mazen Simon Ekpa gave an order for a seat at home or speak on behalf of Biafra, this is exactly what Mazen Nandekano was doing while he was done. Why Mazen Nandekano was done? There's never a time a Biafran will lose his life and Mazen Nandekano will not speak. Mazen Nandekano will be the very first person to speak. Whenever anything happened to any Biafran, any place in the world, Mazen Nandekan will take it upon himself and he will speak. In the same vein today, Mazen Simon Ekpa is replicating the same thing. The difference today is that Mazen Simon Ekpa doesn't just speak, he would speak and take action at the same time. And some of you have forgotten why he is doing that. It is an order from Mazen Nandekan. Because Mazen Nandekan, in one of his last videos, if you go back and watch when Mazen Nandekan was talking about the ESN, when he established the ESN, he said, from that very moment going forward, that nobody will take the life of a Biafran and go scot-free. Now you see where the job of Master Simon Ekpa kicked off from. You see the order that Master Simon Ekpa is obeying. Mazen Nandekan himself gave that order by himself. In his own word, he said, any place where any life of a Biafran is taken, that whichever governor that is in that place will be held responsible. That anybody that takes the life of a Biafran will pay dearly. Mazen Nandekan said it after the establishment of the ESN. He went ahead and gave a serious sound warning, and he said you can go ahead and report to ICC. And that is why he was making the video. Let me see if I can be able to get this video, that very voice, so that I can play it. You know, sometimes when we say certain things, people will think we are making it up. So it is much, much better if we can be able to get these videos and play it for you to hear, or the audios, so that you can hear the voice of the man whom we are talking about. Because some of you don't seem to get it. When Master Simon Ekpa is taking action or doing something, some of you are saying he's going extreme. He's doing something that nobody is there. Master Nandekan will not do that. Why is he doing this? Why is he that? These are the order that has been given already by Master Nandekan, and he said it in the open. And when Master Nandekan gave this order, he said, there is no going back. A direct instruction that was given. And he has never, ever gone back from that word. And today you see a man who is keeping the legacy of Mazen Nandekan. Instead of you to support that legacy, what are you doing? You are attacking it. You are attacking it. And you think by attacking the legacy of Mazen Nandekan that will make you relevant. It will not make you relevant. It will not. You think by attacking the personality of Mazen Nandekan or Mazen Simon Ekpa that it will make you popular. You think by lying against Mazen Simon Ekpa that will make Biafrans to love you. You are wasting your time. Those of us who are the followers of Mazen Nandekan, we know what Mazen Nandekan stands for, and we know his legacy. And that legacy we are going to protect by all means possible. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. Your blackmail, your propaganda, your lies cannot hold water. Never, ever. Not in this life and not in the life to come. I want you to listen to this very audio for you to know the foundation of whatever Master Simon Ekpa is doing today. For you to know that Master Simon Ekpa is actually the only man standing today holding the legacy of Master Nandekan and making sure that every single instruction is being carried out. I want you to listen carefully to this very voice that is going to speak.
What happened at Zagibian, at OD, MNM, OPIBO, Isiama Farugu, in Aba, in Atumbo, must know that we cannot allow such senseless state-sponsored massacre of the innocent to continue.
Did you hear him? That we cannot allow self-sponsored massacre of innocent Biafrans to continue. We cannot allow that. Mazen Nandekan is saying that.
We can't allow it. We will never, ever allow it.
We will not allow it.
Therefore, I am placing the United Nations on notice, the EU, British government, the US government, that wherever the Nigerian army goes in again to massacre innocent people, we are going to retaliate.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that order? That is the supreme leader of IPOB speaking. That wherever the Nigerian military goes in again, going forward to take the life of Biafrans, that we are going to take vengeance. Did you hear him? I want you to hear it once again. Hear it directly. Mazen Nandekano. Hear what he said. British government, that wherever the Nigerian army goes in again to massacre innocent people, we are going to retaliate. We are going to retaliate wherever the Nigerian military goes again to take the life of innocent people. We are going to retaliate. Mazen Nandekano gave this express order by his own self. And today you see some idiots fighting against this order, and they still claim that they believe in Mazen Nandekano. The people that are fighting against this order today are the same people who will come and tell you they love Mazen Nandekano. Oh, he's our leader. But look at your leader here, given an order. An express order that was given. But go to their platform, what are they saying? They are attacking Mazen Samuel for carrying out the order of the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekano. Every attack against Mazen Samuel is because he is carrying the order of the supreme leader of IPOB. You heard him say it, that wherever any life of Biafran is taken going forward, that we are going to retaliate. That we are going to retaliate. He said it in black and white, expressly. But yet, some idiots who claim to have him as their leader are fighting against this order that he gave by himself in a free world. You are fighting against the man who is trying to keep this legacy. So when you hear Mazi Samanekwa give an order and say that we will hunt down anyone that was involved in taking the life of that innocent child, this is the root. He is keeping the legacy of Mazen Nandekano. He's obeying the order that has already been given by Mazen Nandekano. It's not even his order. Mazen Samanekwa is only repeating the order that has been given by Mazen Nandekano himself. I want you to hear it and hear it clear. You know, some of us, we can pretend, even when we see things, we pretend we're not seeing it. Let's hear Mazen Nandekano speak. Therefore, I am placing the United Nations on notice, the EU, British government, the US government, that wherever the Nigerian army goes in again to massacre innocent people, we are going to retaliate. We retaliate. We will retaliate. Those people will be the last time any sitting governor anywhere will give the order for innocent people to be killed. Should that happen again, that governor will die. Did you hear that? I'm saying it, so you cut out this very clip and send it to the ICC, so they can have it there with them. And all these criminals, all these murderers, we shall meet them there. Should the king arise? You cannot go about killing innocent people and you expect them to do nothing. It is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Impossible. You cannot continue to dehumanize, continue to take the life of innocent people, and you expect them to do nothing. It is absolutely impossible. It is only a tree that we hear that you want to cut it down, and that tree will remain in the same place. Only a tree. There is no way you will continue to dehumanize people, continue to attack them, continue to take their life, children, mothers, brothers, sisters, uncles, and aunties, and you expect us to fold our hand and watch you. It is absolutely impossible. We have come to die for what we believe in. We have come that we may be free. The zoo called Nigeria was created by a white man, not an African. Named by a white woman, not a black African woman. It has no right to exist. And anybody that kills in the name of Nigeria will be held responsible by us. That is what we are doing today. Because it seems that the ICC doesn't want to do anything. They don't. It seems that all the courts of the world are silent as innocent people, men, women, and children are being slaughtered on a daily basis in Nigeria. We can't allow that to continue. Not again. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Did you hear that? That is the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekan, given an express order. And it is this order that our Prime Minister today is standing on. This order is what our Prime Minister is carrying out today. Keeping the legacy of Mazen Nandekan. Instead of those who claim to love Mazen Nandekan to support him, they are fighting him. They call him names. Meanwhile, he is standing on the legacy and the order given by the supreme leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekan. That's why I tell people, every single thing that Mazen Samuel is doing today, they are not new. They are not new. They are the things we have seen Mazen Nandekan do over and over again. The only difference today is that Mazen Samuel is making it much more solid, and much more legitimate. Mazen Samuel is giving it more legitimacy than ever. That is what we see today. He's giving every of this action more legitimacy, more international backing, more. It's making it much more pronounced. You know, initially, some of us are so scared of certain things. Even when Mazen Nandekan told that when they call you a terrorist, it's a badge of honor. We never believed it. But today we can see it playing out in our Prime Minister, Mazen Samuel, with all the name calling. Yet, he was made the ambassador of peace. The earlier you wake up and follow the man that knows the road, the better for you. Mazen Samuel is keeping the legacy of Mazen Nandekan. Let us hear from our supreme leader.
This very Eastern Security Network is not, and I repeat, is not the army of Biafra. When the time comes for us to raise the army of Biafra, we should announce it to the whole world.
When the time comes to raise the army of Biafra, it will be announced. And I bet you that time has come. In the new dimension, and it has been announced before the whole world. You can see our Prime Minister speaking about the Biafran Liberation Army in the open. You can see him unveiling them. They have been unveiled on video in the street of Biafra. It wasn't done in the secret. That time has come and they have been announced. And there's no going back. It doesn't matter how you feel, what you think, your envy or your jealousy cannot stop it. The area you accept it, the better.
Merely a vigilante group. The same way you have Amotekun and Bieti Aras, the national vigilante in Nigeria. That is why we must all be very, very measured in how we approach the issues that come.
Please like and share this video. As you are watching, click like. Like is very important. That like, by the time you click like, you are promoting this video. You are making sure we carry people along. In this radical evangelism, you are part of, you that is watching me there, you are part of it. Click like. It will not cost you anything to like this video. It doesn't cost money. It will not take any money away from your account. It is not going to consume your data. Click like so that other people can come in and get this information you are getting. That is why you are doing it. The reason why you have to share and like is for other people to be triggered to come and join us. The social media is not helping us in this message. It is you that is watching me. You are the one that is going to promote this message. You, please like and share. Let us hear more from our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekan.
Come to us at this very critical time of our history. We must remain resolute and determined. All those in the bay of Janjaweed, they will come to try to discourage you from supporting this very wonderful initiative that none of your governors were able to do. As some of you will see in the video that will be posted or published after this very broadcast, you will see that we are united all the way from Kogi down to the Atlantic Ocean. We are one family and indivisible. We are not going to allow ourselves to become distracted by paid agents of the damnable. Self-defense is a constitutional right. Self-determination is not a crime, but a right under the laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and customary international law. Therefore, I make no apologies for pursuing Biafra relentlessly and determinedly. It can never stop. Those who underestimate our resolve do so at their own peril. As I've said before,
absolutely.
We are not alive, we are dead already.
We are dead already.
When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do. From today onwards, the death.
I want you to pay attention to this very part. The resolution of the Biafran people. One thing that we have resolved, for those of them who are taking us for a joke, people who think we are playing, I want you to pay attention to this very part of what our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekan is about to say. So when you see the Prime Minister taking action today, you should applaud him. If you know how to support him financially, morally, prayerfully, keep on supporting him. I want you to hear this part. Hear it and hear it clear. Let's listen.
At your own peril, as I've said before, we are not alive, we are dead already. When you see men, you will understand how determined we are. But there is one thing we have resolved to do.
One thing we have resolved to do. There is one thing that every one of us, the real Biafrans, have resolved to do. Formidable Biafrans have resolved to do. One thing that we have resolved to do. I want you to listen to that thing. Listen.
From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be avenged.
From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be what? Avenged. Now, do you see where the strength of our Prime Minister is anchored? The order has been given long ago by the Supreme Leader that the death of every Biafran must be avenged. So when you hear our Prime Minister give an order of a seat at home to avenge the death of an innocent child whose belly was busted open, and so many other people who have lost their life in Anambra State in the presence of a criminal governor, this Prime Minister is standing on this command coming from our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekan. Whatever action he's taking today, he's standing on the command of this very word you're hearing from our Supreme Leader. I want you to hear the Supreme Leader of IPOB by himself giving the order. Some of you don't pay attention. Some of you don't pay attention. Hear him give the order by himself that the death of every Biafran will be avenged.
We are not alive, we are dead already.
We are not alive, we are dead already.
When you see men, you will understand how determined we are.
When you see men, you understand how determined we are.
One thing we have resolved.
There is one thing we have resolved to do.
From today onwards, the death of every Biafran will be avenged.
The death of every Biafran will be avenged.
Will be killed.
If you keep Biafran, you'll be killed.
No matter who you are, we will keep pursuing you until you die. You have no peace and you have no rest. I'm saying it on video that the whole world may understand. In 1966, the world kept quiet as Biafrans were slaughtered in their numbers, 300,000 in the north. 67 to 70, over 3.5 million people were killed. Nobody stood trial for it.
No.
Rwanda lost less than 100,000 people. ICC and international courts were convened to try those who were responsible, or should I say, those who were culpable. There's something in Liberia. But because you killed us between 66 and 1970 and nothing happened, and from 1945 to 1966 and nothing happened, that was the reason, or should I say, that is the reason why the Fulanis will keep coming to kill us on a daily basis. Right now, from this day onwards, if you kill us, we are going to kill you.
Did you hear it? Did you hear where our Prime Minister, Mazi Samarapa, is drawing the energy from? When he called himself the disciple of Mazen Nandekan, some of you think it's to entertain you. It wasn't to entertain you. When he called himself the spiritual son of Mazen Nandekan, it wasn't to entertain you. That was reality before you. You don't understand. You won't understand until you begin to pay attention. You will not understand until you begin to pay attention. The Supreme Leader of IPOB, Mazen Nandekan, is the man to contend with. The earlier you begin to understand this, the better for you. There's no way you can claim to love Mazen Nandekano and you are hating Mazen Simon Eba. It's not possible. I'm trying to bring clear the hypocrisy you see in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. The hypocrisy. Bunch of hypocrites, you see them online and offline in their conventional media, showering fake praises and love to Mazen Nandekano. Even when they hated him with all guts, they hate everything that he stands for. And yet, you will see them with their pretense, coming out to pretend to love him, and you will be busy sitting there and you will listen to those idiots. Don't listen to them. Mazen Nandekano have given us a light and said, this is the new dimension where I'm heading to. Follow him. This is our new dimension. And you deny that new dimension. Even when the new dimension is built on the foundation laid by Mazen Nandekano and continue to hold strong the legacy of Mazen Nandekano, you are speaking against it. You're on your own. If you love Mazen Nandekano, you have to support Mazen Simon Eba with all your strength, with all your might, with all your finance, with all your prayers, with all your wisdom. You have to back him up and make sure nothing happens to him.
Men are ready. They have come to defend Biafra land, not to separate from Nigeria, no. We are going to accomplish that via a referendum. But if you come to our villages now to rape our mothers or abduct our sisters, you will die in the process.
Exactly. That is what is happening today.
Found aiding any of these people or giving our land to Fulani Janjaweed will be in trouble with us.
That is what is happening today.
Make one thing abundantly clear to all of you listening. We have resolved to die for what we believe in. And our belief is simple. Very, very simple. That we are going to defend the land of Biafra with all our might. Not in pursuit of secession, as the idiot would say, but in pursuit of the defense of our land, so that our mothers can go to the farm without the risk of being raped and torn to pieces. Some of you saw what happened at home. How a very beautiful young Biafran lady went to the farm and never came. She was not only raped, her body was mutilated, cut into pieces, and strewn on across her farmland.
Fellow Biafran that is watching, sometimes it is very good for us to hear the voice of our supreme leader. You know, and some of us are going out of line. When you are trying to separate Mazen Nandekano from Mazen Simon Eba, I pity you. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know where you're coming from. That is why I remind you of all these videos. You hear Mazen Nandekano order. The order he gave is what we are obeying today. That is exactly the order that Mazen Simon Eba is obeying without looking back. You're welcome, my beloved brother. Thank you so much for joining, my brother. Good to see you. You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, but I agree with you.
You're welcome,
Good
my
evening
brother.
from my side.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I agree with you. You know, I'm busy, but I just let me contribute my 2 cents.
Yes.
You're
welcome.
I don't. You know, I keep on wondering the people who still have hope in that country called Nigeria. Because for me, my hope in Nigeria was long gone so many years ago. That prompted me to run out of the country and came where I am today. I came to this country for how many years now? They have never eaten the light has been taken. Now my water stopped running. Except I did not pay for my light bill. Except I stopped paying for my water bill. And not that I did not pay for a month or 2 months. I owe like 6 months. They will give you warning letter. After warning letter, after the red letter, after the red letter, they will cut it. And you go. Those people who are calling themselves proud of Nigeria, can those people tell me one thing that they're proud of about Nigeria? Is it electricity? Or is it pump running water? Is it good hospital that you are sick today, you will run to hospital and you'll be treated before anything? Look at the country where I am. When they're sick, there are people, when they're sick, they will run to the hospital and they will be treated free of charge. They will go home. If you have no money, they make everything easy for their people. Look at Granatoye. The stage we are at, Granatoye is scarce here. So when you go to the store to buy, they will tell you that there are people who will buy 3. You, as a foreigner, you will buy 1. They consider their people first before any other thing. If you call police for their people, 24 hours, they will release the people to go. But if their people call police on you, they will investigate you for 10 days. That means their people first.
Exactly.
And that is what our PM is telling you, that Biafra first. In whatever we do, Biafra first. In international community, Biafra first. If you want to do business with us, Biafra first, before anything that you want to do. We consider our people first. We consider the position of our people first. Those people who are telling you that they're digging underground since for how many years? 2 years now that Mazalam Khan has been kidnapped. Tell me one thing that have come out with their digging on underground. They were the people who condemned the Liaison office. After condemning it, they run to Italy to go and open one. They went to the one church and do Magamaga. They did. They told you that they have army. Last week, those people that they were confusing that, and they are not using their own name to recruit anybody. They are using the name of Simon Ekpa to recruit people. After recruiting those people, they hand them over to Nigeria police. Nigeria is the only country that army force bomb their citizens, and the chief of army staff came out and tell you that they suspected that the movement of the indigenous people are like the movement of Boko Haram.
Oh God!
With that thorough investigation, with that thorough movement, my brother, that's exactly their plan for you as a Biafran. But you should thank Chukwuka Kadiamo who brought somebody like Mazen Namdekan and Simon Ekpa. The people who stood their ground and said no, regardless of the price, regardless of the money that the Janja would promise them. You should be thankful. Like I always say, Biafra are going to build so many rehabilitation centers to rehabilitate the brain of our people. Some of our people, not all of them, because some of the Biafrans are reasonable. But those people, because those people who are constituting nuisance are those ones that Janjaweed impregnate their mother. Look at how the so-called DUS are disgracing themselves. They told you that Chike is coming online. They went and brought all broadcasts of Chike Dozem. Chike Dozem, everybody know that he's sick. Because they have nothing to offer to you. Go to Anambra people who are obeying the voice of our PM. Go this to you. It shows that you people want freedom. It shows that you people are ready to go, that you people don't your trust is not on Toludo, because Toludo are killing you people.
Yes.
People are asking, why is our PM putting the seat at home on December period? Why is it? Why didn't he put it that period that young boy was killed or young lady was killed? I waited for Soludo to say something. Our PM waited for those people who call themselves political people for them to speak concerning the that was killed, but they keep mute. Then after waiting for them, they couldn't do anything. And I say, okay, no problem. Since you people could not do anything, I will do something. And that's exactly. I read on Twitter today. One of the DOS and wise came and tweeted that the leadership should do something. That Simon Ekpa and the Libertarian army are buying the Nigerian soldiers. I said, oh, you are complaining that some of our people are among the Nigerian soldiers that are being fired. I said that when they are doing that Phantom, that's 1 Phantom, that's 2 Phantom, that's 3, your brother was not there, right? You people have not seen anything. So those people that they kill their brothers and sisters in the name of Python dance, they are not human beings. Is that what you're trying to tell me? You people are not having remorse for the Liberation Army to engage the Zoo terrorist army. You people are more concerned about the Zoo terrorists you tell me that you're a freedom fighter. You are concerned about your enemy. I wonder the kind of freedom that those people are fighting. But I thank God that Elohim is in charge of this liberation.
Absolutely.
My brother, I'm angered. Sometimes when I see what is going on, I will say, what kind of God created we? But like our leader always says, that so many people are going to go down because of their stubbornness and their stupidity. I salute you, my brother. I have a lot.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My sister.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that very amazing appearance. Each time we see you, we are always honored. Each time we see you, we always feel honored. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And we pray that Chukwu Okikabiama will continue to guide you, protect you, and secure you. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You have spoken absolutely, absolutely well, online with what we are discussing. Fellow Biafrans, I have said it time and time again, there is no way you can love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and hate Mazen Simon Ekpa. It is impossible. You're only deceiving yourself. The moment you present yourself as an enemy of Mazen Simon Ekpa, automatically you are telling me that you are an enemy to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And I have proven that with this very short voice that I played. And that voice that you are hearing is on video. I am still going to do a program that I'm going to stream it so that you hear Mazen Nnamdi Kanu speak by himself, so that you don't think that I'm making it up. That voice you were hearing, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made that very program on video, where he gives the command. He said, we are going to avenge the death of any single Biafra that loses his life going forward in the hand of the terrorist government of Nigeria. He said it in black and white. He didn't miss word. He said it and said, copy it, record it, and send it to ICC. And then you will tell me how you can continue to take the life of an innocent person and you expect that person to do nothing. He went ahead to remind us that self-defense is the right of every human being. The right covered even under Nigerian law itself. That is why I tell people, there is nothing different today that Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing from what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have done in the past. The only thing that Mazen Simon Ekpa is doing today is to keep the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu going and making those words have meanings, making those words stronger, making those words legitimate. Every single statement and order given by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is legitimized by Mazen Simon Ekpa. The actions of Mazen Simon Ekpa is only giving legitimacy to every single thing that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have done. Without someone like Mazen Simon Ekpa, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be totally and absolutely forgotten. And that is the plan of the enemy. All those idiots that are claiming, just like my brother was saying here, how could you imagine a member of IPOB of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu standing in defense of the zoological military after this very video that I just played now that you just listened to? You just listen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu saying that we are going to avenge the death of every living soul in Biafra land that have been taken or that will be taken going forward. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave that order expressly by his own self on video. And today, somebody is carrying that very order out and making sure that we avenge the deaths of every Biafran in Biafra land. And look at you. You went on your own platform with the picture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in your own platform, and you are standing against and speaking against what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have ordered. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. That's why I've told people, I am happy for the progress we have made today under our Prime Minister Mazen Simon Ekpa. I'm very, very happy. It is only an idiot, it's only a foolish person, it's only an envious and jealous person that will come out and say that we have not made progress. The progress that we have made are obvious. They are obvious. You can't deny it. No matter how you try, you cannot deny it. It is staring you at your face at every given opportunity. The progress is staring at us all. We can't shy away from it. We can't run away from it. We can't hide it. The progress that we made and continue to make. The only thing you have to do today is to obey instruction, just the way Anambra people have obeyed. The way Anambra have responded and obeyed instruction, that is the only thing you owe Mazen Nnamdi Kanu today. If you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you must obey every instruction coming from Mazen Simon Ekpa. It's as simple as that. If you ask me, how do I show love for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu? The only way you can show your love for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is to obey instruction coming from Mazen Simon Ekpa. Support Mazen Simon Ekpa with all your strength, with all your energy, with all your money, with all your strength and wisdom, with all your prayers. That is the only way you can show that truly and truly you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Without that, you are one of those who is making sure that he remains in detention. Everybody that sits on his platform to speak against Mazen Simon Ekpa, you are one of those making sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu remains in detention. That is the simple interpretation. Any platform that you see that speaks against Biafra, speaks against Mazen Simon Ekpa, is speaking against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's release. That is what they are doing. They hide under different kinds of pretense, hide under different kinds of blackmail, hide under different kinds of things and begin to perpetrate, push themselves as if we don't know our left and right. We know what we are doing. We know where we are headed. And we are not asking for something that is extraordinary. What we are asking is our rights. What we are asking is our rights, our rights. The request of our Biafran, we are not asking to take over anybody's land. We are not asking to rule over anybody. We are not asking for presidency or asking for what do they call it? Resource control. That is not what we are asking for. Our request is simple. Very, very simple. We are asking for our own freedom, for us to have that portion that Chukwu Kagame has given us as our own. Allow us to manage it by ourselves. Allow us to grow within that portion. Grow in our own speed and in our own space. Is that too much to ask? We ask you to hold your presidency. Hold whatever you want to hold. To an extent, the Supreme Leader of IPOB have made a promise that if the oil is your problem, that we are going to supply the oil to you free of charge. That we are going to give you the oil free of charge. We are not hoping to develop ourselves or to build ourselves through the so-called oil. That is not what the Biafrans are hoping for. What we have upstairs is enough to make us what we ought to be. In this world today, the richest countries you have in the world are countries that can provide service. The service that you can provide with your brain is much more expensive, costly than any mineral resource that is buried on the ground. What you have in your brain is much more expensive than anything that is buried under the ground as mineral resources. That is why you have the richest people in this world today. They don't have mineral resources. The richest countries in this world today, they don't depend on mineral resources. Even though they have, they don't put their mind on it. Countries that are doing exploit, these are people that provide service to mankind. And I bet you the Biafrans are more than ready. We have the brains. We have the brains. We have the brains to give the world the service that they deserve. We have the brains to make Africa what it should be. We have the brain to push Africa and make Africans begin to do things on their own, by themselves and for themselves. That is what we are supposed to do. Today, look at Ivory Coast. Look at what the Malians are doing, what the Africans is doing, what all those French countries that have taken their power into their hand. Look at what they are doing today. Look at the path they are taking. French countries. These are French countries that are just realized today that they have to focus on themselves and build themselves. Look at the exploit they are making within a short period of time. Look at the exploit they're doing. I saw the other people, they're now mining their own gold, refining their own gold by themselves. These are simple technology that can be able to be harnessed and done. But because you allow the colonial master to manipulate your brain and use you, they took it on themselves. You take the gold from Ivory Coast and you take the gold all the way to the UK or to France to go and refine it and now return it back to them. Something that can be done in your backyard, refining of gold. Today they are doing it by themselves. The same thing with Niger. Niger today are taking care of the uranium. They are handling their resources. They have raised the price and put the price the way it's supposed to be. Building factories for their own people. This is what we want to do in Biafra land. We want to set a standard for ourselves. We have done it in the Civil War. Within the space of 3 years of the Civil War, Biafrans, we are manufacturing every single thing that we are using. This technology was explored within the time of war, when there was no even any chance or space for anything. But within that space, 3 years of war, in the state of war, Biafrans, we are inventing, manufacturing, producing everything. They refined their oil as far back as 1967. They refined their oil. They built their own communication system. They were communicating with the world. Even though when they were blackout, they were still communicating to the world with their own technology. They built their own car, their own aircraft, their own ammunitions. They were building it. The Biafrans were doing that. Biafrans constructed their own runways, their own airport and runways. They constructed it with nothing, little or nothing. But even in 2023, 21st century, Nigeria is still running after Julius Berger. They are running after these companies to come and construct something as simple as road. It's just like imagining China inviting a Nigerian company to come and construct road in China. Things we did in 1967, that is what they are still running after people to come and do. We don't want to continue on that path. And that is why we are walking away from this thing they called from this fraudulent entity called the Zoological Republic. We don't want to be part of it anymore, not anymore. We have tried. We have tried. We have tried, and we can no longer continue on this path. We are going home, and the time is now. So I appreciate every Biafran in Anambra State that have been able to listen to our Prime Minister. Everyone that have participated and made this very gathering a success. I say, may Chukwu Okike guide and protect you. I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every Biafran across the world. Wherever you are watching this program from. If you are watching from Biafra land, my special thanks goes to you. I appreciate you and I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you. More especially people in Anambra State. Wherever you are in this planet Earth, I pray that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect you, secure you, keep you safe. I pray that Chukwu Okike will inspire every one of us across the world. As long as you are shall prosper. No evil shall befall you. I pray and I commit every member of the Biafra Republic in Exile cabinet to the hand of Chukwu Okike for divine protection, for divine grace, for divine wisdom, for divine favor. I pray for the factor government in the homeland that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect every one of you in the homeland, secure you, protect you, give you more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to continue to work for the freedom of your people.
I pray for every member of the ESN as you're embarking on this serious mission. Every member of the Liberation Army, every member of the Strike Force, every member of the Black Navy, every force that is fighting for the freedom of Biafra, I pray that Chukwu Okagame will build a wall of fire around you and no evil shall befall you. I pray for every member of the media, everyone, including you that is commenting, including you that is sharing this video and clicking like. I pray for you. You are part of the media. That Chukwu Okagame will continue to guide and protect you, stand for you, secure you wherever you are. I pray for all the media warriors of Biafra Republic of Desire for divine victory, divine protection, divine favor for them and their families. I pray and I pray and I pray for our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Eba, wherever he is. I commit him in the hand of Chukwu Okagame for divine victory, for divine safety and security, for wisdom, knowledge, understanding. No evil shall befall him. He will never dash his foot against a stone. Whatever trap they have set for him, we catch them themselves. Any hole they dug for him, they will fall into it. Whatever pit they have dug for him, they will fall into that pit. I pray for Master Simon Eba that Chukwu Okagame will build a wall of fire around him, that no evil shall come close to him. No forces of the enemy shall get hold of him. I pray and I pray and I pray that Master Simon Eba will be strengthened. Provision in all areas of life. Strength, wisdom, knowledge, understanding. I pray for our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, wherever he is. I commit Mazen Nandekano in the hand of Chukwu Okagame for divine protection, for divine healing, for divine strength, for divine favor. Wherever Mazen Nandekano is at this material hour, I pray that Chukwu Okagame will continue to strengthen him. I pray that every poison they have injected into his body, that Chukwu Okagame will neutralize it. I pray that angels of Chukwu Okagame will continue to minister to him. Doctors will minister to him spiritually. Good health, strength will be in him. More energy, more revelations, revelation that is going to make him stronger than ever will continue to come to him. I pray for Mazen Nandekano wherever he is. Pray for his freedom. Pray for his freedom. Very soon, he is going to join us. He's going to be free and he will join us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us as Biafran shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nandekano, shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining me on this program. Please like and share. If you have not done so, do so. And tomorrow, same time, I'm going to be back here tomorrow to continue to inspire you, to continue to speak to you, and we will continue to dig in on different aspects. Keep your questions, keep your prayers, so that you can come up tomorrow and be able to air your own opinion when the time comes. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for being around with me up to this minute. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Biafra government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate every one of you and see you again tomorrow. Stay blessed.